Hello, I'm Dane, and this is Dane Explains. I recently did a video on free will, in which I determined the only way someone could have free will is if there was a little bit of randomness to the universe. But quantum randomness doesn't really mean you have a free will, right? It just means fate isn't a thing, and we can't 100% determine the action someone will take. Well, this is where the soul comes in. Let me explain why. For hundreds of years, people have tried various experiments to measure or detect the human soul. Some people tried to photograph them. People even tried to weigh the soul by putting someone who was about to die on a scale, so they could see the weight of the person change when the soul left the person at the moment of death. Of course, none of these techniques really worked. However, if hidden variable theory is correct, and everything is fundamentally knowable and predictable, then on some level the soul would be detectable. That is, unless the soul is a completely passive thing that simply monitors the activity of the mind and doesn't actually have any effect on it. Based on the fact that your soul can go to heaven or be damned based on the actions of your mind and body, I highly doubt that would be the case. The reason your soul would be detectable if hidden variable theory was correct is because everything from the beginning of the universe until now would be able to be predicted. So, for your soul to alter your decision making, it would need to make changes to your mind that would be outside of what was predicted. With a sufficiently fast computer, you could even find the exact way your soul altered the processes in your brain in order to cause a change in your actions. Because you could know exactly what was supposed to happen, you could find exactly what happened that caused your decision to not be what was predicted. Of course, this would be very difficult, but it would be possible theoretically. If, on the other hand, hidden variable theory is wrong, and things that can happen that are truly unpredictable, then there probably isn't any way to detect the soul, because the soul could be changing the likelihood of various actions that are random and using the butterfly effect to change the outcome of the decision making. Now, you may be able to try and analyze statistical likelihood that events will play out in a certain way, and then find the outliers. But for all we know, there's an infinite number of ways to have an event play out and get the same result. So statistical analysis might not help. I'm in no way the first person to come up with this idea. In fact, Martin Heisenberg, who was the son of the famous Werner Heisenberg that came up with the uncertainty principle, proposed that free will was an effect of quantum uncertainty, long before I was even born. The question is, how could quantum uncertainty actually have a noticeable effect on the decisions we make? First thing, I think it has to be linked with the part of our brains that we think with, probably affecting pathways in the brain which are more susceptible to random noise. It may be related to a protein called ferritin, which can be affected by quantum tunneling and is found in neurons. But that's just conjecture. In any event, the extremely tiny effects of quantum events is like trying to blame your house being washed away by a huge wave on a drop of water that fell in the ocean. That's why I said earlier your soul would need to use the butterfly effect to have any effect at all. Either that or change the outcome of many quantum events all at once, in sequence, or both. Neural pathways in our brains are strengthened the more we use them. That would be why things get easier every time you do them. So it makes sense that using sheer force of will to resist temptation gets harder the more you give in to those temptations and strengthen those pathways. Assuming, of course, your soul is what's controlling your will. It's also the reason why sinning a lot effectively kills your soul, because you're letting your physical biology dictate your actions so much that your soul can no longer affect the outcome of any of your decisions. It's quite the irony that choosing to do things modern culture says we should be free to do, like drugs and sex with whoever we want, actually makes us less free to choose, not more. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. Subscribe to my channel and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, please support me on Patreon. Link in the description. The more people support me, the more time I can dedicate to making videos like this one. So, until next time, have a great week.